Jesse was just the quietest but most caring person you'd ever meet. Just so humble and willing to lend a helping hand.
He just liked to make people happy.
You didn't have to ask him to do anything. He did it.
He's a hero to me, a role model, and one of the best guys I've ever known. That's Jesse.
At 2 years old, he knew he wanted to be a fireman.
This is Jesse's first turnout coat. Jesse never took it off.
He wanted to be a fireman because he knew they helped people.
He was really quiet, but he had the kindest heart. Once he got into school, it was really difficult for him.
It wasn't until, years later that we realized that he had dyslexia, and it created a tremendous difficulty for him. We were two completely different kids growing up. It wasn't until later on that we really kind of started to grow close, and some of my favorite memories of him were how close we got.
Happy birthday.
How close he was to my kids.
Nope. Can't lean on me the whole time, Bradley. Not always get the
There was never a plan B.
He took to Bruce's grandfather's leather fire helmet like nothing else.
When he got into the volunteers, he got a piece of what he was looking for. Even if it wasn't FDNY, he was going to be a firefighter.
He became an EMT so he could get into the fire department. And so he had to go through the EMT school, which is a lot of book learning. He persevered. The goal was becoming an FDNY member.
As a volunteer firefighter, Jesse would always talk about the New York City Fire Department. Watching him actually get the job was one of the most satisfying things in my life because I knew how bad he wanted it.
I was just so proud.
He really followed his dreams and did all the legwork to get there.
He was a good fireman. Meeting someone like him kind of made me feel young again, and he brings this new energy.
He gave 110%.
He was genuinely one of the most kind-hearted, nicest people in the world.
He was always willing to go above and beyond.
Jesse always worked the tours for the firemen for the holidays. We never saw Jesse on Christmas because he was doing a tour for someone who had kids.
It makes me a better person trying to emulate him.
Thousands gathered at a Long Island church today for a final farewell to one of New York's bravest.
Jesse Gerhard collapsed and died last night in his firehouse.
Some solace for his fellow firefighters and family. He died doing what he loved most.
We thought we were invincible and thought he was invincible. I never in my worst dreams ever thought we'd get a call.
You knew he was doing something dangerous, so you knew you could get a phone call at any time.
It was like your worst nightmare. You never expect to have to hear that about your little brother.
His worst day of my life. I was just so angry because he was so happy and he finally gotten to where he wanted to be.
Sometimes still to this day, don't believe it.
I don't know, when this is gonna permanently hit me, but I just think of Jesse every day.
It was just like an emptiness, right away. I think they said they had close to 7,000 people at his funeral.
We will remember him through the lives he saved and the lives he made better. We love you, Jesse, and we will miss you every minute of every day.
Goodbyes are not forever. They simply mean I'll miss you until we meet again.
He was loved by so many.
I just miss him.
After Jesse passed, it wasn't like somebody was at home waiting for that next paycheck or that next meal or that next mortgage payment, but we saw other families going through that.
I think we got the foundation together quickly because we all needed a place to focus our energy.
We want to continue to do what he would want to be doing if he was here. So, geez, I'm sorry.
Jesse had this goal to make things better than he found it.
I think that's one of the most important things for the board is we want to make it better than it was.
That's what this foundation is about. It's coming together with the people who love Jesse to help raise money to help other people.
We try to think of where is the need and what would Jesse resonate the best with.
We figured that this was a great opportunity for us to kind of take something that was terrible and devastating and spin it a little bit and kind of continue his legacy. So I was like, hey, you know what? Like, I play golf a lot. Why don't I do a golf outing?
The Jesse Gerhard Foundation is different because we are doers and we are unique.
And they want to help out different things that other charities overlook.
Bruce and I both really were wanting to help children with learning disabilities because that was what Jesse dealt with.
We wanted to reach out to different avenues of support to really get involved and see how we can support kids and not let them fall through the cracks.
To find these people who maybe need a little help in life or need a little direction. Jesse needed that as well.
We really want to find the avenues that need it the most and support them.
The golf event is one great example. I invite my friends who maybe didn't know Jesse, but then they get to know Jesse because that's what we're talking about when we're golfing, and they help Jesse live on.
Yes, you didn't get to know him, but you know his word and his life, and hopefully it makes you a better person.
We're thankful for all the people that ask what can they do to help.
We're going to keep Jesse alive through this foundation.
I really want to be able to grow this to where we're not worried about each check that we write. That when someone's in need, without question, we can act. Similar to Jesse, who put his life on the line for others, who never asked for anything in return.
Most of us have the comfort of knowing that in our darkest hour, there is help only a phone call away. The EMTs, police, and fire personnel are willing to put their lives on the line to help save ours. The Jesse Gerhard Memorial Foundation was created to come to their aid, because sometimes heroes need saving too.
Work hard, play hard, get hard.